You want to know how to get rid of those black circles, burn marks, brown spots, and yellow spillage stains from around the burners of your stainless steel cooktop?
Oh my.
Yeah, that's gross. There's only one product I've found that does the job. I've tried soap and water, degreasers, and even a steamer, but none of them worked. So what does the job? It's called Barkeeper's Friend Cleanser. It costs less than $3, and you can buy it at grocery stores, the Home Depot, and of course Amazon. And by the way, this isn't a sponsored video. The product has worked well for me, so I'm giving it a shout out. I'll be cleaning our 3-year-old Frigidaire Gallery stainless steel cooktop, but please be sure to read the manufacturer's instructions on the label and test it on a small area to be sure it's safe for your stainless. Now for those folks who don't want to watch the entire video, here's my process. Clean the cooktop with dish soap and warm water using a soft, non-abrasive sponge, then make a paste with Barkeeper's Friend, spread the paste around the burners, leave it for a few minutes, scrub with a microfiber cloth, wipe away all the paste, wash the cooktop again with soap and water, rinse well, and then dry. That's it. But it is a process, and I'm sure you'll pick up a few tips if you stick around. Let's go! I've already cleaned the surface of the cooktop with dish soap and warm water using a soft, non-abrasive sponge, and rinsed it well with cold water to cut the suds. To clean around the burners, I add a generous amount of Barkeeper's Friend to a small bowl, add some water, and then I mix it up into a paste. If I add too much water and the mixture is too soupy, I add a little more powder. If I then add too much powder, well, then I add a little more water. Either way, the cleanser needs water to do its thing, so you don't want the paste to be dry. I apply the paste around each burner using an old toothbrush, and while I try not to get into the igniter holes, well, somehow I always do, so I'll show you how to get it out later. Spoiler alert, I just used the toothbrush. After about 2 to 3 minutes, I thoroughly dampen a microfiber cloth with warm water, lightly wring it out, and gently scrub. You can see some of the spots are still there, so the paste just needs more time to work around that burner. In the meantime, I move on to the back burners. The back burners don't get used as much in our house, so the stains come off fairly easily. I scrub around the burners with a moderate amount of pressure, and I rinse out the cloth in between passes with warm water. That's the sink noise in the background. Unfortunately, our sink's across the room. So I just keep rinsing the cloth and occasionally blot the paste around the front and center burners to keep the powder active. I used to have this little spray bottle to spritz the paste, but I couldn't find it. Either way, for the magic to happen, the paste has to be wet. Now, because we use our front and center burners pretty much every day, the burn marks are stubborn. Also, it doesn't help that it's been a while since I've done this. Note to self, clean the cooktop more often. I'd love to say I procrastinated because I was waiting to do this video, but truth is I've just been busy. So you keep working that paste. You may have noticed I don't use Barkeeper's Friend on the entire cooktop, although I could. I just don't find it necessary. If I had some minor scratches or large areas of discoloration, I'd probably use it, just not in a paste form. In that case, I'd follow the directions on the label. I should also point out that when cleaning stainless surfaces in general, always wipe in the direction of the brush marks. It's a bit difficult to do around the burners, so I don't, but if I was scrubbing beyond the outdented surfaces, I absolutely would. The steamer I just used won't get off the marks, but I used it so I wouldn't have to walk back to the sink. Now again, this is a process and the marks don't always come off the first time. So I'm going to treat that burner again by adding more paste and then move on to the next burner. Spoiler alert number 2, I'm even going to treat it a third time. I'm telling you though, that stuff is going to come off. So while the paste does its thing, I move on to the next step, which is to wash the cooktop again with dish soap, warm water, and a non-abrasive sponge. Then it's really important to rinse thoroughly because soap and detergent residues, when heated up, can burn or even discolor the stainless. Now to tackle that really tough spot. I'm telling you though, it's going to come off. All right, now to wash that area with dish soap and warm water, and then rinse. The final step after washing and rinsing thoroughly, and this step is important, is to use a paper towel, hand towel, or microfiber cloth to dry the cooktop surface before putting back the burner caps and cast iron grates. If you let the cooktop air dry, it'll look streaky and the minerals and hard water can leave stains, which you'll then need to use Barkeeper's Friend to get out. Oh, I almost forgot to show you how to clean out the igniters. If you can't paste in the igniters, just use a toothbrush to get it out and then wipe and rinse thoroughly again. And one last point, do not use Barkeeper's Friend to clean the cast iron grates or burner discs of your cooktop since it's not intended for use on porous surfaces. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, hit that like button as if it left burn circles around your cooktops, burners, and subscribe if you like. Thanks for watching. Did you hit that subscribe button? Turn on the notifications bell? Of course you have, because you know that I try not to leave my subscribers hanging. If I've reviewed a product and subsequently had an issue with it, you know I'll try to post a follow-up with some solutions or at least give you some troubleshooting tips. All right, until next time.